The next type of calculations, concentrations and conversions. I've got 10 questions for this, so we need to be quick. A patient is on surgical ward, receives the following fluids in a 24-hour period. So the patient is receiving all these fluids, and you have to work out how much glucose the patient will receive from all these 3 fluids. So say 1 liter of glucose will provide what? 5% weight by volume is? No, not milligrams. 5% weight by volume is 5 grams per 100 ml. So this will provide 5 grams in 100 mils, but the patient is receiving 1 liter, right? So if according to 5% weight by volume, 5 grams is present in 100 ml, but the patient is receiving 1 liter of that. So that will be how many? 50 grams in 1000 mils, or 1 liter. For the second solution, it's only 1 liter of sodium chloride, so there is no glucose here. So just ignore this. Third solution has 1 liter of sodium chloride and glucose 4% weight by volume here. So here glucose is 4% weight by volume, which means 4 grams in 100 mils, and the patient is receiving 1 liter of that also. So that will be 40 grams in 1000 milliliters. Can you understand that? So from the first solution, I figured out the patient is receiving 50 grams. From the third solution, I figured out the patient is receiving 40 grams. The question is how much total glucose the patient is receiving. So that would be this plus this. Okay. Okay, everybody. Now, what is the percentage? Okay, before this we have seen weight by volume. So you remember that weight by volume is number of grams per 100 mil, right? Now, when you see weight by weight, that is number of grams per 100 grams. Again, weight by volume. This is what you need to remember. In SPLE, it won't be given. Weight by volume means grams per 100 mils, and weight by weight means grams per 100 grams. So now, what is the percentage strength of weight by weight fusidic acid in the following preparation? So the cream total is 30 grams, and we are asked about fusidic acid, which would be 0.6 grams. So that means 0.6 grams of fusidic acid is present in 30 grams of the cream. Right? So we know from this 0.6 grams of fusidic acid is present in 30 grams. Weight by weight we know is 100 grams. So now we know 30 grams of the cream has 0.6 grams of fusidic acid. 100 grams of the cream will have this divided by this. 2 grams. And the answer would be 2%. Okay, again, weight, you need to remember what weight by weight means. Weight by weight means grams, number of grams per 100 grams. Number of grams present in 100 grams. So from this formulation, we know that for 30 grams of the cream, fusidic acid present is 0.6 grams. Okay, so from this formula, we know that every 30 grams of the cream will have 0.6 gram of the fusidic acid. And we are asked about the percentage in weight by weight. That means we have been asked about how much number of grams will be present in 100 grams. I know from this that fusidic acid 0.6 grams will be present in 30, and then from this you find out how much would be present in 100 grams. Okay, let's take the other example. What is the percentage strength of hydrocortisone in the prescription below? And weight by the same question. So weight by weight again is the number of grams per 100 grams. So look at the equation. The cream is 60 grams. So in 60 gram cream, the hydrocortisone present is 0.3 grams. Okay, everybody, in 60 gram cream, hydrocortisone present will be 0.3. So if in 60 gram cream, Hypercortisone present is 0.3 grams. Remember, I'm finding out weight by weight, which is how many grams will be present in 100 grams. I know 60 grams will be present. In 60 grams, 0.3 gram will be present, and in 100 grams of the cream, it will be 0.3 divided by 60 times 100. Everybody clear? Just remember that weight by volume means grams per 100 mil, and weight by weight means grams per 100 grams. Okay, clear everybody? Okay. Question number 4. Equal amounts of 10%, 15%, 25%, 30% weight by volume solutions are added together. What is the final strength or the final concentration of the product? So we added 10%, which was 10 grams in 100 mils. We added 15%, which was 15 grams in 100 mils. We added 25%, which was 25 grams in 100 mils. We added 30%, which was 30 grams in 100 mils. So if you just add them all, we have 80 grams in 400 mils, right? But we have to find out the final strength in weight by volume, which means we have to find out number of grams in 100 mils, because that's weight by volume. So I know if 80 grams is present in 400 mils, in 100 grams it would be, so if 400 milliliters, 80 grams is present. In 100 milliliter, it would be so the strength of the final solution is 20%. Okay, what is the amount of amoxicillin in 5 mil? Okay, this is a very straightforward question. It's an example of a question which is very simple, but the wording is very confusing. What is the amount of amoxicillin, that is the amount of drug amoxicillin, present in 5 milliliter if the bottle contains 2.5 grams of amoxicillin, which the pharmacist reconstituted when with 72 mils, the final suspension became 100 mils. So here, the pharmacist reconstituted, added water 72 mils, but the final volume turned out to be 100 mils, maybe because of displacement value. So the final volume we have is 100 mils. And the amount of drug present in this 100 mil is 2.5 grams. Because amount, remember when you're dealing with displacement values, the amount of drug remains the same. So amount of drug remains the same, 2.5. And the final volume is 100 mils, right? So it's 2.5 grams per 100 mil, which means 2,500 milligrams per 100 mils, right? And the question is simply asking, what's the amount in 5 mils? So if you know 100 mils, if 100 mils has 2,500 milligrams, 5 mils will have 2,500 divided by 100 times 5. Okay? The question, you need to understand the question. The question is very simple, but you just need to understand what it means. Okay? Simply 2.5 milligrams was present in 100 mils, and the question is asking how much would be present in 5 mils, right? It's in milligrams. It doesn't specify here the amount is asking, but you mention it milligrams. If it's mentioned in grams, then you just convert that into grams.